School Essentials, The Further Adventures of the Thunderous Fury, Session 16. We will begin with Basil, who had jumped off the Hobgoblin ship as the attack organized by Mayor Gringle in broad daylight had somehow failed for some reason. We don't know why. You are swimming back to shore, and as you have attempted before, I mean, when you were swimming before, you were kind of having a hard time.
Well, I was trying to climb up the side of the boat as well.
Yeah, and we've established you're not like a great swimmer.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't make it back to one of the boats, huh?
So at some point you black out.
Okay.
And we will go to Giles and Zofan, as you guys are. You guys live in a small village, probably a dozen people, in the Vigilant Mountains. It's very cold here. You are on the north part of the Sea of Treachery, and you are doing whatever you're doing in the morning, whatever your morning routine is. If it's a special Guild of Many Colors meeting or something, and you see a small dinghy boat coming out of the fog. Somebody is rowing it. It looks to be a hobgoblin. And they look like they have somebody with them in the boat, but they don't. They're sleeping or unconscious.
Well, there's a boat out there. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Like I do see it, but I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Looks like an hobgoblin in there with someone passed out or something, sleeping maybe. I don't know why he's transporting him.
Well, do you think we should let him be? He seems like he's having a peaceful rest. Or do you think the fella needs some help?
Or maybe he might. I don't know. Maybe he needs medical attention. I don't quite have the skills myself to help him, but maybe we could get him to someone who does.
Well, it sounds like a bloody good plan.
Righto then. Let's go and see what they have to say.
Yeah. Do you have your extra bracelets that we give to newcomers? He's got to know. He might be a new member, a new recruit.
Oh, maybe. We'll have to see. Let's go talk to him and see what he has to say. Ahoy there!
You can see that the hobgoblin is kind of acknowledges you, and he continues to row towards where you guys are.
Welcome.
He waves to you. And as he comes up to the boat, you see he has a body in there that looks a little bit wet, like it's been in the water. And he kind of picks it up best he can and kind of flops it onto the dock. And he coughs a few times and some water comes out. And Basil, you're awake.
Where am I? Hobgoblins! I scuttle back.
Is he not your friend?
I look at the hobgoblin and go, are we friends?
Well, he did bring you here right safe, like it seems, so must have some regard for you.
Are you much for words? Where'd you find him?
He points to the water.
Can you swim, laddie? as Zolfin is talking to Basil.
I don't swim very well. No, not at all. He must have saved me, but I don't know why he would have done that.
Doesn't
Maybe.
seem like he has many words.
Maybe he's expecting something in return. Have you asked him what he wants?
No, I just woke up here. The last thing I knew, I jumped off of a boat where a bunch of, and I look at the hobgoblin. I'm weighing my words very carefully. Well, there was some altercations, and I was trying to avoid such. And the next thing I know, I woke up here, and I searched around. Do I have my backpack or my belongings, or are they gone?
Yeah, you got your stuff.
Okay. And I'm like, oh, well, I seem to have everything. He hasn't stolen anything from me. I mean, he can't be that bad of a guy. Do you need anything, Mr. Hobgoblin?
He just kind of, you can see that he's tying up the boat, and he kind of gets up on the dock, steps up on there. Give me a wisdom roll, Basil.
Wisdom roll. Where's my D20? There's my D20. I've got an 11 wisdom. I've failed all these so far in this game. Hey, I made it. I got a 5.
All right. So as you're describing what has happened and choosing your words carefully, now you remember his face. He is the one who you distinctly remember. He tried to shoot an arrow and accidentally missed, and it landed on the boat and set it on some of it on fire, and they threw him off the boat.
Okay. Hey, I remember you. They threw you off the boat. They didn't like you much down there, did they?
No.
Okay. He might be all right because he didn't do anything to hurt any of my friends.
Well, it's good.
Right.
Are you crewed up with anyone? Well, I know of a local guild called the Guild of Many Colors.
Well, I was supposed to be recruiting some people myself.
Really now?
But yeah, we're supposed to be recruiting to go on it. I can't remember who sent me.
Basil and Ethics.
Basil and Ethics, yeah. Bethix sent me out to recruit some more people for an adventurers group. But hey, I'm always down to join a new guild too.
You must,
especially if there's money in it.
Put on many different colors and be quite well rounded with your skills.
Well, I mean, I'm really good at I'm really, really good at hiding in shadows, and I can open locks that some people don't want locked, and I'm really good at finding and removing treasure traps. These are all my worst things that I'm at.
Well, it sounds like you are quite a skilled person there, my bucko. You are quite an interesting one to just wash up on the shores here. We don't find many of your kind around here.
Oh, did I mention I'm also like the most honest person you'll ever meet? I'd never lie to you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Would never expect that from a complete stranger.
No.
So the Guild of Many Colors is well established in these lands and these parts, and if you want to be a member, you're going to have to find a little bit more colorful attire there.
Well, maybe we can do that. I might have a gold or two in my pouch. That might help me out with something like that. We got to find out. What about our friend the Hobgoblin here? Can he join too?
Have you ever thought Have you ever thought about joining a new guild? The Guild of Many Colors. You look a little drab. You look like you could use some flair. How many pieces of flair would you like? There are 1 to 2 gold apiece.
Do you have this flare?
I'd imagine I was thinking that I'm sorry, I'm blanking on
Giles?
Giles, yeah. I was thinking that Giles, since he's the tanner, might have like some scraps of like
tan colored leather,
yeah, some scraps of colored leather.
So are you wearing like Zofan? Are you wearing like a colorful wristband or something?
So Zolfan wears leather armor, but he's got like colored like splotches of like things in it,
Okay.
kind of like studded into it.
Okay.
And Giles, being a tanner and wearing leather armor, has very many leather accoutrements to go with his armor. So,
okay.
One could say that we're leather daddies.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing leather armor too. I think mine's a little drab compared to yours. Maybe I can get it dyed somewhere to look like yours.
That would be no problem at all. Just come down to the tannery and we can get some dyes going for you. I'm part of the leather working process.
That sounds really good.
But I guess our hobgoblin friend here doesn't seem to really have much of a say in what he wants to do.
He begins to take off his wet leather armor that has like some kind of symbol on it, and he just takes it off and just tosses it back into the boat.
Does that mean you're joining? Are you looking for something that is complementary to a very recent life decision?
He points and like taps you on the chest on your leather armor, and then he does this.
Well, there you go. Giles, this is great news. We've got new recruits.
Yeah, this is wonderful. In our village of 12 people, this is an increase of a sixth already. This is wonderful.
Now, I've got some unfortunate news. So you can get some colors for the guild from us, but to become a full-fledged member, you must earn your own, which involves usually finding some sort of guild-related quest.
A quest, did you say? Is it a quest for money, for gold, for treasure?
Well, as you can see, we are in the leather business, and we need to get more supplies every now and then. And some of the creatures they come from are pretty well colored.
Ooh. So, like a hunting trip.
Of sorts.
The hobgoblin stares at you as he's like trying to understand this conversation, and then walks over to like a barrel that is sitting on the dock and puts his hand down. He takes a rusty dagger out and he points to you, and then points to his pinky finger, a motion like he's going to cut it off, and he points to you like if you want it.
That won't be necessary, unless Giles, you would care to have a pinky finger.
I've got no right use for a pinky right at the moment, I must say, but we could sure use a hand in a hunting trip. Maybe someone that can get up front while the rest of us take shots from the back.
You're going to need that pinky. I wouldn't go cutting it off quite yet.
I reach into my pack and I root around and find some of my find some hardtack or something like that, and walk up to him and go, hey, put the dagger away. You want to keep your pinky? Are you hungry? Do you want some food?
Yeah, he takes it from you and scarfs it down. I'm assuming none of you speak Goblin.
I don't think
No.
I picked any languages.
So, just neutral and common.
Same.
Yeah, that's all I have. Neutral and common. I mean, I have a 15 intelligence. I could probably learn.
Mhm.
I'd look at him and say, I'd look at him, I point at myself and I go, Basil. And then I point at Zofan and say, Zofan. And then I point, what was your name?
Giles.
Giles. I point at him and say, Giles. And then I point at the hobgoblin and trying to get him to say what his name is.
He says, Desrat.
Desrat. And I point at him and say, Desrat, Basil, Desrat, Basil.
He just
Cats.
nods.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but this is it seems like you're getting along.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good dude.
Yeah, our friend Desrat here is the strong silent type, it appears.
It's all right.
But we'll be friends. Let's see.
Does Desrat have any more equipment other than leather armor and a dagger?
If you look in the boat, you see that he threw his leather armor in there. There's a bow in the boat as well, but it's broken in half.
Oh,
What's in there that's broken in half?
The bow. A bow.
The bow? A bow. Okay. Yeah. He must have been upset with his bow for missing. Let's see if we can get him another one. Or maybe he never wants to see another bow again. Yeah, I should it says I can learn one additional language. Maybe I can try to pick up Hobgoblin from him.
Okay. All right.
So I guess, at any time I get a chance, I'll point at things and say, rock, and so on and so forth. Find out what his word for it is.
Well, you're wet and you smell a little ripe. Would you like to come back and clean up a bit? Maybe get some hot food, and then we can plan our hunting trip. I think we're going to need to stock up soon. You can always head to the tavern and have an ale, of course. I imagine you're pretty thirsty for something other than seawater.
Ale sounds good.
Would you like to clean up first, or would you like to get drowned again so soon?
Yeah, Basil's a slimy character. He's not too worried about cleaning up. He's interested in that ale. I think I'd like some ale, sir.
well, let's get down to the tavern then and see what we can see. It's the centerpiece of our tiny village. It really is.
Yeah, there's at least always one person in there, and it's usually the barkeep.
Hey, but that's somebody, right?
Oh, he does quite a good job at running the place. He does for sure.
let's get
You rolled it.
let's get you something to eat and some nice drink. What time of the day is it?
It's morning.
I mean,
Definitely time for a beer.
definitely time.
Yeah.
There's not too much going around here. You're the most exciting thing that's happened this month, as far as news is concerned.
Oh, I bet everybody will be happy to see me.
I'm sure you'll get lots of questions, and at least the one person at the bar might buy you a drink or two to hear some stories.
Oh, I bet I could tell a story or two.
I like the idea that that Giles and Zophon probably are the only members of the Guild of Many Colors,
Yeah.
and they're trying to make it work in this really small town. Are just really struggling with it.
Now you have 2 new members.
Yeah.
It'll be hot shots.
We do not coordinate colors. We want multicolored everything. So everyone must be individually color coded as they choose.
Well, I'll just get every color that we can imagine getting.
That's
I
the
imagine
spirit.
it won't be long before Basil's going to look like a court jester.
That's the spirit.
Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Right, well, then let's get on with it.
So Desrat, he just follows along. You can see now as he is walking with you guys, and he's taken off his leather armor. His back has got tattoos and scars all over it. He is not, for a hobgoblin, he's not a stocky guy. He's more lanky. He stands about like 6'2".
I was just towering, so I'd say he's maybe 6'3" or 6'4" or something.
So what's the name of this tavern?
The Bull's Rush.
Perfect.
So you approach the tavern, of course, that is open all the time.
Oh, he lived.
There you go.
With at least one person in it, always.
And
This is the Bull's Rush, is it?
That's right. You got that.
It's a mighty fine place. Can't you see? This is peak society. As he knocks on the walls, and I imagine a little dust kind of comes loose.
Oh, I can tell this is a great place. I've never seen anything so upscale before.
You got a fine
Well, I
eye.
bet even the lice here have names.
That they do. That's how astute of you to pick that up so quickly. Are you a mind reader?
I am not a mind reader. I'm just really, really intelligent as well as being honest.
You don't do any of that magic business, do you?
Oh, no. I'm not going to tell them about the 4 doses of ESP that I have.
Well, that's good.
No.
Don't take too kindly to those who practice magic around here. We prefer a simpler life, a magic-free life.
No. I just like to, sneak about in the shadows. That's about it.
You're not dabbling in the dark arts.
No, just in the dark.
Well, that's not so bad then. Well, let's go on in then and see if old Alston's around. And he's here all the time, so I suppose he must be.
Alston, where are you? Did you say Alston or Elston?
Alston.
Alston? Oh, hey, Alston. Where you be, you lazy bones? We got 3 thirsty mouths to quench.
I'm not blind. It looks like you got 4.
Oh,
I
you
can't
got
count.
us then. 1, 2, 4, 5. You know how it goes. Anyway, as many as there are of us, we need the ales. If you could help us there, Alston.
Oh, bloody hell. And he,
Listen.
so as you enter the Bull's Rush at the best table there is, of course, that has 3 legs. The 4th leg is propped up with some old books that were found from a shipwreck, and an assortment of chairs that are broken and pieced together. And this is the best furniture in here. Alston, the human, probably in his 60s, with long hair and a beard, with a peg leg, comes walking around the corner, and he does the usual, hands you guys like a tankard of ale and the 1 broken glass, and he puts it down. There you go.
Thank you. Is there anyone else around that we can see, or is it just?
No, it's just him this morning.
I guess it might be a little bit early for the regular to be around.
Yeah, but I'd say like business is booming this morning. You got 4 patrons. This is
Yeah.
I think this
That's business booming if you're paying.
be paying. Like you know we're good. I noticed you lost your leathers. Perhaps we could arrange to restore those for you. Get you some new ones.
I don't want anything fancy. All you're offering me is this stuff of all kinds of colors. I like it drab. Lots of drab.
What
How do you like the ones
in-
that
Oh, it's not bad. A little bit wet though. It's got a
Oh, nothing that can't dry out a day in the sun and it'll be fine?
Yeah, it's got a bit of a smell, but I'm not sure if that's a leather.
Oh, it's just the leather, I promise. A little seawater. I went for a swim, you know. But we could get you these leathers and get me some multicolored leathers, and it's turnabout's fair trade.
You got change for a gold, Alston.
I got some of these copper pieces.
Well, I can pay you then. This time. Got me old gold there from my last leather transaction. Yeah, the multicolors seem to be going off the shelves very quick. One gold wise, anyway.
So yeah, Alston's examining your leathers. Examining Basil's leather armor as he's admiring the fact that it's nice and drab and not color, and not part of this Guild of Many Colors fashion. And
Now,
he looks at the.
is...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask them how much it's going to cost me to buy Guild of Many Colors leathers.
Oh, I've got plenty of scraps. We can embellish your armor.
Oh, I was going to get some new armor, all colored right, and then sell mine to him because he wants it drab.
How does that sound, Alston? You looking for some armor?
I think we're going to need it.
I know it's only.
Around.
That sounds dire.
I know it's only 9 a.m, but has there been trouble already?
No, don't know what you're bringing this hobgoblin around there. He's obviously a bloodskin from these marks on his back. They're a bloodthirsty lot.
I think they threw him out though.
Yeah,
He kind of saved me.
And he's one of the new recruits for the guild.
Well, you do know that if they throw him out, he's marked for death. So if they ever see him, they'll kill him. And whoever's associated with him, as he takes a couple steps back.
He's marked for death by who?
By his cult. By his hobgoblin cult.
Oh.
Because they exiled him.
Oh, no, that'll be fine. Oh, no, we won't see any more hobgoblins. It'll be fine.
All
We're
right,
done
I'll
with
give you
them, other than him.
I'll give you 10 gold for this this leather arm, this wet, smelly leather armor you got.
Now, how much would it cost me to buy new leather armor, though?
Well,
Do you guys have some ready to go?
I might be able to take a look back at the shop, but I don't know what I might have in your size.
What do you say you give me 30 gold for this leather armor instead?
He looks behind him like you're talking to somebody else.
Come now. Your first offer was 10. That's a little low.
Yeah, your offer of 30 is outrageous.
Well, then what's your counter offer?
12.
Oh, no. I mean, this isn't exactly what I was thinking. How about 25?
Give me a charisma roll.
All right, let's see here. There's my D20. What's my charisma again? I'm pretty sure my charisma is really low. My charisma is 8. And I rolled a 5 again.
All right.
Hey, I wonder if this thing's weighted. That's the third 5 in a row. Hey. Okay, there's an 18.
I'll give you a 20. And he kind of looks and points at your backpack and that fine necklace that's sticking out there.
This is a heck of a treasure for me. I really, really hate to give it up. 25 with the necklace.
All right, you got a deal.
Sold. And I hang the necklace around his neck as I give it to him.
What does the necklace look like?
I'm trying to remember. I think it had like a red ruby on it.
It had a red ruby in it.
Yeah.
And necklace on the hobgoblin with a red gem. It causes hiccups.
Yeah, so before he even can get back there to grab his gold, he starts to hiccup. Bloody hell. No.
Oh, you know what they say the cure is for hiccups?
Frightening.
You gotta drink them away. Gotta clear your throat.
That's what I always heard. Take at least 7 drinks to take care of that.
Give me a charisma roll, Zofan.
All right, I got a 7 on charisma. But I rolled a 4, so I made it.
Just as sure, he walks back, drops 25 gold in your lap, and then he grabs the broken glass and fills it up and chugs it. Like hell.
That necklace looks great on you. Wow, I'm glad I sold it to you because you know what? It just didn't match my eyes, but on you, it's perfect.
I was going to give it to Deidre there, see if she liked it.
Oh, she's going to love you for that. She'll never forget you if you do that.
Deidre.
Poor Deidre.
I thought she was seeing somebody else at the moment. Are things not going well?
They're about not to be.
Oh. Well, that's mighty interesting. For the town of 12B, town of our size, there aren't many suitors that she could run into. I hope she likes it. You deserve a good lass. It'd be nice to come in here and have two people. No offense.
Well, this is not strong enough. And he puts the glass down. He walks back over, grabs something off the shelf that looks very clear. And he just, he starts drinking it as fast as he can.
Yeah. Just make sure you slow down. You got to pace yourself. It's only 9 a.m. Still have a full day.
Oh, get a little bit dizzy now. Go outside, get some fresh air. Deidre! Opens the door. Close it. The clang as he gets, you can hear him walking outside.
He does this every day. We probably won't see him for another 3 hours.
As long as he thinks the cure for the hiccups is the drink, you might not see him for quite some time.
I'm definitely going to have to go and get some armor next.
Well, there's only 3-4 buildings in this entire town, so
Shouldn't be hard.
as well.
Let's go get it.
Well, we've got the tavern, then we've got the shop, then I suppose the church, and then the boarding house, and that's about it.
Well, let's go over there then. I feel a little uncomfortable without anything protecting me. I'm pretty weak and puny.
I hear you, brother. I understand you quite well. You see, I didn't want to say it, but when I was growing up, there was some mean people that shoved me around a bit, and I see someone like you that seems to be down on his luck, and I just figure, try to give him a little hand on, help him out.
Well, I do appreciate that so much for taking a chance on me. I'll make sure it's worth your while. Yeah, Basil is
welcomes all.
Yeah, Basil is about like 5'6". He has a 9 strength. And looks it. He's Steve Rogers before the Captain America serum.
I say I'm about 6'4", 6'5". I got 11 strength, so I'm skinny but not completely racked. So, but decent looking, pleasant to the eye. Got that 14 charisma.
Not Basil. He's got greasy hair. It's kind of long, but he cuts it short, shoulder length. But he uses his old dagger to do that, so it's like all different lengths and stuff. He never washes it. He never washes it. This swim in the ocean's the first bath he's had in a year. He's pretty lousy looking, like literally. You probably don't want to share a tent with him. He's probably infested.
Crawling.
Yeah. Urchin. Street urchin. That would be what he was up until 6 months ago.
Zophin is, Zophin's probably about 5'3". He's got his, as already described, colorful collar patches all over his vest. He always is armed with a crossbow and a short sword. He's also fairly greasy. He's got a bulbous nose and a disfiguring scar that runs across his eyebrow. And this kind of leaves this permanent look like he's always like furrowing his eyebrows. It's just really how the scar tissue healed up. So he's got a 7 in charisma, so he's like not he is not a very charming person.
So when I met you two, it was kind of like meeting Beauty and the Beast.
Pretty much.
Excellent.
Well, we better get you suited up. You're gonna need it.
With lots of collars.
Of course.
And then we go hunting.
Got that right. Get you
All right.
over to
I slugged down the last of my ale, and I look at Desrat in motion for finish it.
Yeah,
Ziggy Saki, hoi, hoi, hoi.
he downs it.
Yeah.
And then he takes the big container as he drinks the rest of it and throws it against the wall. And it doesn't break. It goes through the wall and punches a big hole in the side of the tavern. You can hear it land somewhere outside.
Wow. I suppose I'll be having to fix that up. But that's a problem to worry about tomorrow.
Yeah, don't tell Austin. He's got enough to worry about with Deidre and that necklace.
So
That's a great necklace.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just saying that's a great necklace. Sorry.
what time of the year is it?
It is the winter.
Winter. Ooh, so he might not like a hole in the side of the tavern there.
No.
You get out of here before he notices.
So Deseret, are you marked for death? Was Alston telling me plain?
He nods.
Well, we won't let them take you alive. I promise. You got our you got our word on that.
Is it customary for when? Is it customary to be exiled and just not accept your penalty? Like, why didn't they kill you when they could have, if you are marked for death anyway?
He doesn't really understand what you're asking, but he kind of shakes his head and just and lowers his head down like he's like ashamed or crestfallen.
Is there a way
Give you a
that's
challenge that you failed. How did you get marked?
And he just he like demonstrates like he's pulling a bow, and he just kind of like he pantomimes this whole thing as the arrow lands on the ship, and he like fire and then he just shakes his head.
does your tribe As far as I understand how hobgoblins call themselves, does your tribe have any way to return to become unmarked? Some penance you can pay. Can you unburn a ship or burn an enemy ship? Not mine. We're friends. But if we find if we find one, is there something we can do to help you get your honor back?
Honor, he says.
Or nor.
That's right. Honor.
Hmm.
And like Zophan's like, damn it, Basil, you're the one who's trying to learn Goblin.
I think he means honor.
Give me an intelligence roll. Basil.
Me?
Basil? Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I got a 15 intelligence. So. Oh, and I rolled a 20.
Yeah, it's confusing what he's trying to say. It's something to do with like only if he. It sounds like something to do with death and killing enough people he can restore his honor or something.
Oh, that should be easy to do. You just hang out with us. We'll kill a bunch of people. We'll get you there. Come on, we'll join the clan of the multicolors, and everything will be wonderful.
It's the
he
You
guild.
have more than 2 hit points, Desrat.
He smiles and it just is like death. Yeah, death.
Yeah. Death. And I take Giles to the side and I go, look, man, he shot an arrow at us when we were trying to board their ship. He was just working in defense, right? But he set their ship on fire and they threw him in the ocean. Like, he really screwed up. So let's not talk about bows and arrows.
Oh, Ben, we'll try to tenderfoot around that subject.
We'll give you a short sword if you don't have one already. That will be good. It's best you train in something a little bit more closer range. Giles here has the distance part covered.
Got that right. A trusty short bow.
Do you think Zophan has heard of the fighting pits, the Hobgoblin fighting pits? So like Zophan is a sailor, so like presumably like I guess I was thinking that since Giles is the tanner, like Zophan would bring goods around, and kind of be like going out every now and then. So presumably he feasibly could have heard of rumors of Hobgoblin fighting pits.
Give me an intelligence roll.
No, I failed that roll.
So you know that there are hobgoblins. There's different cults or clans, and from what you understand, the Bloodskins are the worst. They are the ones really to worry about. Some of them are less violent, but they have been known to take slaves. They usually take slaves and do whatever with them. And the reason that they exist in this part of the world is because of the weather and the fact it's really cold. And the empire, which is run by apes, don't particularly like this part of the world. And they sort of, some of the rulers have sort of are paid off to kind of not just let them do what they want within reason. So
they're actually bad news most of the time.
yeah, pretty much bad news.
Okay. But not this one. He's going to be good for us. Well, let's get decked out in some armor, shall we?
I hope you like Seafoam Green, because that's been the.
I love it.
Seafoam green with a little bit of aquamarine and chartreuse. It's a little something I've been working on.
That sounds great. It sounds just my style.
Oh, that's great. I thought Alston was a fan. He never said anything about it, but apparently he was just being polite. Didn't want to lose good customers.
You hear a hiccup out in the distance.
Well, now he's got the armor he likes, and I'll get the armor that I need. How much is that going to cost me? Or is it free for new recruits?
Oh, it's definitely not free.
Oh, shucks.
I usually leave those details up to Giles. A man should price his own work, after all.
Well, let's go over to the store then and see if they've still got it in stock. I did put some in there a little while ago. It seems that it's taken quite a while to sell. I can't imagine why with such wonderful colors. But apparently it's a little bit of a rough sell for some people. Don't appreciate the wonder and beauty of color.
I think we just might need to set our sights on bigger targets. Giles, I've been saying this at the Bulls Run pretty much every night this week. This down it's played
out, isn't it? We've gotten, I think, as much as we can out of it with the two of us.
We got to spread the good word. We got to move on, find bigger fish. We're big fish in an extremely small pond. We need to move.
As
to
it happens,
waters.
we can do something about that.
Oh, what do you suggest?
Well, if you head back with me to my friends Basil and Ethics, we are putting together adventure party and adventurers group, and we will probably be doing lots of traveling and lots of fighting and making tons of money, just getting rich, hand over fist. I made tons of money the time I went out with them.
Now you sound like you're trying to recruit us.
Well, I mean, you recruited me.
Well,
you recruited me.
Well, maybe we can form a partnership.
Maybe we could.
Like a business deal.
I'll be glad to vouch for you to my friends.
That sounds right. Well and good. And will we all fit in that tiny boat? How are we supposed to get there?
Oh, I don't even know where we are now. Would we all fit in the boat?
Yeah, you guys could all fit in that boat.
Yeah.
Only Desrat knows the way back. And I'm not sure he wants to go back there if he's marked for death.
Well, he was they were in a boat that was off the shore of the village that I'd gone to try to recruit other people. And so, I mean, we should be able to make our way back to that village. There might not be anybody left in that village that would be happy to see me. Or they may not be unhappy to see me either.
That doesn't sound promising for a partnership.
Well, that's in one little small village. if we go back and join up with Basil and Ethics, it'll be fine.
All right.
I mean,
I'll
they
take
just
your
might
word.
be upset that I'm the only. They just might be upset that I'm the only one to make it out alive from that boat, from the attack on that boat.
Oh, it does sound a little leery, but if we're going somewhere where there's more people that we might be able to recruit,
Oh,
that's a better prospect than this tiny burg.
You got an honest look about you, so I trust you.
oh, there's none more honest than I.
That's what you said when we met.
Oh,
So-
and it's so true too. It's so true too.
I believe it.
I mean, the most honest people are the ones who say they're honest. I mean, that's what I've always heard.
Yeah, we got like
That's
a
what I
sample.
was always told.
We've got like a
Not
sample
even
size
probably.
of 10.
The only thing I worry about is, will this tiny place recover from the loss of 2 of its citizens, reducing its population by a 6th?
Well, that means more of everything for everybody else, doesn't it?
Food-wise, I suppose, but hands-wise for doing things, it might be a little tough for them. But we
Oh,
need
maybe
bigger
they
and
should've-
better things. We
Maybe
need bigger
they
and
should have
better
thought of
things.
that when they didn't
Wiser
join your
horizons.
guild.
Yeah. Someone
You
should have
speak.
bought that armor.
You speak
Been up for
truly.
months now.
Well, I've got gold. I'll buy that armor.
This is our trolling.
Well,
good.
let's get over to the shop then.
Let's do it.
To the shop.
Go see old Everett.
All right, you're headed to the shop to see Everett. As you walk down past, you exit the Bull's Rush, or the Bull's Run, as Zofan is affectionately calling it. You walk past that, not very far, a few little like storage buildings that house a couple boats, and you pass the church, which is to Nashira. It's got the symbol of a scimitar on it. It is just a small shack. And as you walk by, the door immediately opens because you can hear people walking on the wooden planks. And in the distance, you hear somebody hiccup. And an old woman steps out in long white kind of robes that have, they're not white. They're more like they've been cleaned so many times as they got kind of a tint to them. And she looks at all of you curiously. I don't believe we've met, as she looks at Basil.
And I bow deep, scrape my hand on the ground, say, "We haven't. I'm Basil Wilberforce."
And she puts. She's a human woman. Her hair is kind of like real ratty, but she's tied it up, and she puts both her hands on Giles and Zofan's shoulders, and she says, "Are you headed out into the forest again?"
Yeah, we'll be needing to get some more supplies.
I worry every time you head out there. And she reaches into her pocket and hands each of you an acorn.
Does she always hand us like an acorn, or is this new?
No, anytime she finds out that you're headed out, because she seems very worried about the forest and its dangers, she hands you an acorn.
What you've always handed me an acorn, and I've accepted it, but I'm just wondering, like, what am I supposed to do with it? I mean, I think they make an all right seasoning if they're ground up. But beyond that,
it is a blessing from the shearer, of course.
all right. Well, thank you.
Yes. Your
I will,
administrations are always welcome whenever we go about our business, and we thank you so much for always considering us part of the fold.
Oh, you are most welcome. And even your new friend. And she looks at Desrat.
This is Desrat. He don't speak much, but he's a good one. He's a right now chap right now.
She kind of puts her hand, on his shoulder and kind of nods sympathetically towards him, almost like she understands like what he's going through. And she kind of turns and just says, "Good luck to you." As she's leaving, you guys, well, Giles and Zofan know that also side of her face has got like burn marks. So, and the rumor is that she had some church in Hopetown on the mainland, and the Empire burned it down because there's no religion allowed except those of the ape spirits, of the ancient ape ancestors. And she's sort of in hiding here. And she goes in and just kind of closes, goes in her little shack, closes the door.
Does it look like it has any money in it?
The acorn, no.
Okay.
Well,
I suppose I won't try to rob the local priestess.
she's such a sweet lass. I don't miss her when we go. She's probably like the one person I'll miss from this town. I hope she really likes her necklace. I think it'd suit her.
Oh, is that who he's going to give the necklace to? Is that teacher?
Yeah, she's the apple of the eye around these parts.
Oh boy.
She's the only
Yep, she's
female
never
in
going to
town.
forget that.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I don't want to think about it. Let's go get my armor.
Right, then let's get straight up to the store.
All right, so you enter the shop. As young Everett is working here. He's got taking care of the various wares that are being sold. He looks maybe 15. Short haircut. He's human. Pants, of course, he's on a growth spurt, so his pants don't really fit. He's got like high waters on and a shirt that doesn't fit him. Hey, guys. Zofan, come on in.
Everett,
Yeah.
I think we finally found someone to buy that special armor of mine.
Oh, great. All right. Which one?
Oh, the seafoam green with the aquamarine and the chartreuse. The one that's been on the shelf for the past year or so.
Man, I thought we had it sold a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Well, it's
gonna be
but no cigar.
Wow. Even when we had discounted it like 10 times, nobody bought it. I can't believe that.
Can't
So
imagine
what's the
why.
discount down to now?
It's demand has spiked 100%.
Hush, man. Trying to work a deal here.
What did you say you wanted for it, Giles?
Oh, same as what you usually charge for leather. We discounted it, what, 10, 20% now?
Well, the last time you said you'd practically give it away if you found the right person.
Well, if we did find the right person, as I think we have, I could see it going for well below 50%. I don't want to rob your store here, Everett. You know, you got to turn a profit too, but it definitely has been quite a while that it's been up there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, like 15 gold is fine.
That's a steal.
You know, I won't even try to haggle on that. I'll just take it. And I'll slap down 15 gold. I came out 10 gold ahead on this deal.
Well, there's changing rooms and there's changing rooms in the back. Well, I guess there are some boxes you could hide behind. If you rather.
It's putting on armor. I've already got my clothes on. I'll just pull this on over top of it.
Oh, well. All right.
What about the big guy? Is he getting some armor too?
Didn't he have armor?
He left it in the boat.
Yeah, he had his leather armor that he took off and threw in the boat.
Actually, this is Desert. He really wanted armor. I point to Basil's new duds and be like, and do you like the color?
He nods. He is definitely taken in by especially the chartreuse has got his attention.
You got another set like this?
Actually, let's take a little look in the back there. There was another one that I've been working on a while ago. Not quite as fine as Seafoam Green with Aquamarine and Chartreuse, but it was more a candy apple red and a little bit of champagne. It's maybe could use a little bit extra embellishment, but I think it might do him well.
Candy apple red might that might be the start of your path. You guys like red, right? It's all about it might hide some of the blood.
Yeah. Death.
Perfect.
If it was 15 for one, how about 25 for two? And I'll buy.
So he just nods, and again he puts his hand up on the counter and takes out his dagger like he's going to cut a finger off for you.
No. You pulled me out of the water. I get you armor. We're friends. Just friends. Put your dagger away. Keep your finger.
Friends.
Just friends.
And guildmates. We're like brothers now.
I think I might have a couple of tangerine scraps to go with that. That might give it just right accoutrement. Yes, I've got a few in my pack here.
We're dressing a hobgoblin in leather armor of candy apple red and tangerine.
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good. So yeah, you pay him the 25 gold. You set him up with the Desrat with the leather armor. a sword.
You look like you mean business.
He nods.
I think you're gonna scare the knickers right off of our quarry.
And he is ready to go. So what is the quarry?
So we're going to try to find our way back to where you came from. The bigger population, more people, more guild possibilities.
Well, I thought we had to go hunting first.
Well,
Or do you just want to go ahead and go back?
We were thinking about getting some more leather to start in on some more work, but now that you've got us thinking about more people and growing the guild, I think that might take precedence to our leather working.
Well, excellent. That's what we'll do then. We'll have to make our way back up the river, I guess.
So you know where you came from then is
I don't know which direction we came from.
We would know sort of the surrounding area around here, or would we be so isolated that?
Yeah, you guys can give me an intelligence roll.
Both of us, or
Yeah.
all of us.
Zofan and Giles.
I definitely failed that one. I have an intelligence of 10.
Mine is 8, so let's see. I got an 8, bang on.
Okay. So you're familiar with, you're in this little village. You've heard of a place called Eastport, which is like a little alcove up here on the Sea of Treachery. And there's another town called Mid Mountain, which you've heard is like a kind of a like a metropolis. I mean, there's like all kinds of people there, and that's about 40 miles to the south. I mean, no, 40 miles to the west.
How far is Eastport?
Eastport, you would suspect, is about 30. But this would be by boat.
Now, Eastport was where I ran into the hobgoblins, wasn't it?
Uh,
It was south of Eastport, yeah. South of Eastport, yeah.
Eastport was where Basil met. Basil and Ethics met Basil and Ethics.
Okay. So that's where we're trying to get back to, is Eastport.
Yeah, and eventually Mid Mountain, where
Okay.
So I failed my check, so I don't know if I would know how much I would know beyond that.
I mean, there's definitely a couple towns around here, but like how far they are or whatever, you just really haven't taken an interest in.
Ready to go to a nearby town? You say you don't remember where you came from, at least where your ship was departing out of.
Well, I left Eastport and then I went, so I would have gone north, right? And so we were in a little village a little bit past there. But if we get back to Eastport, I suppose we should be able to find my friends Basil and Ethics. Do you know how to get there from here? Because like I don't remember anything about the boat ride.
30 miles or so from here. I seem to recall this anyway. I know Mid Mountain is about 40 miles to the west of here. Real big place from what I've heard. The rumors anyway. Much bigger than Eastport. But if Eastport is where your friends are and they might join our guild, well, that sounds like a good thing.
Well, it's kind of strange that you would happen to know. I am the sailor, and have sailed the waters and I can't seem to remember. But
I've
as long
done
as
my deals with the others who buy my canned goods, so I have heard things,
as long as you guide me, I think I should be able to get us there. I'm normally used to a little bit of a larger craft than a rowboat, but you make do with what you have.
We just got to hope for fair weather then.
30 miles on a rowboat is a long way. Might want to
A
bring a
lot of
couple
rowing.
tarps. It's a lot of rowing.
rowing.
Oh, good thing we got two recruits with strong arms, as he kind of nudges Desrat's lean, muscly arms. That will be able to help us get there, so we can at least take shifts.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So you guys gonna head out of the shop with your new gear?
Yeah.
Okay. So Everett wishes you the best, and you head out of the shop. As you step out of the shop, you can see, you're out on the planks, and you see a large boat docked here, which is not common. And exiting from the boat and walking single file, and now that you look, you realize they're apes, and they're standing at the Bull's Rush, and you can see there's your two apes are back two, and you can see between the two apes is Alston, the barkeep. You can hear him in the distance hiccuping as he's talking to them about something. And the apes stand about 8 feet tall. They're fairly wide. There's a couple of them that carry these staves with a red gem in them.
How do we feel about our ape masters?
Our ape overlords.
Is that a general question?
Yeah, is this something that would be normally inspiring fear in us, or is this something that's normal or commonplace to see?
It's uncommon here. They usually don't show up at these small little rickety towns in the Vigilant Mountains. They usually don't come here. I'll tell you what, everybody give me a wisdom roll.
Okay.
Failed.
I have an 11 wisdom and I rolled an 11.
Okay.
Wow. Wisdom is 7.
You passed?
I rolled an 11. I failed.
Okay. Basil, so you're used to getting around the law and avoiding being captured. The only reason you have a pretty good guess. The only reason they're here is because they're looking for something. They're looking for somebody or something. They're not. This isn't they're not come here to hang out.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Maybe we should go hide someplace.
Are they? I mean, I don't like the Ape Empire as much as the next person, but and I don't think we need to run and hide unless
Are they looking for you, Basil?
I've never run across them foul in my life.
Are they looking for Desrat, you think?
I don't know. I mean, he's our new brother, but you know where he came from.
He came from a
They
Hobgoblin.
might be. Yeah, he came from a pretty bad news clan, though.
Well, perhaps we can head off. Perhaps we can seek refuge, or go collect supplies in the forest for a while, and then come back. And hopefully, by the time we come back, they are gone.
That sounds like a smart plan to me.
But nothing against that one at all whatsoever. I can't say that I'm much for dealing with the apes. They're a little bit odd for me. Don't like how they bully people.
I've been searched by them a couple of times. They usually just talk on and on about taxes and paying what they're due. But why should I pay them anything? They don't help us. They never buy any of our they never buy anything I ask. I try to give to them. They have not bought a single pair of leather armor.
Mm-mm.
Nor
No,
have
and
they
taxation
bought any
is
patches. You're telling me there's no infrastructure for them to keep up. We built it ourselves. Like, why should we pay taxes?
Why, indeed. As I'm looking around for shadows to hide in the midday sun, in the bright morning sun.
Okay.
Well, I can see you're kind of antsy, so let's just head back ahead. Let's head out into
Let's
the
just
forest.
look natural and head to the forest and pretend we never saw them.
Yes, indeed. Look natural.
So I guess we'll just start.
In our wonderful colors.
Acting casual.
Yeah. In our bright multicolored leather.
So are you going to hide in the shadows as you're doing this?
I mean, I'll try.
Okay.
You want me to give that a roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a 10% chance to hide in shadows that don't exist. I rolled a 41.
Let's see. I'll let Jody and Zofan make a charisma roll.
6, I made it.
Okay. And I'll let Zofan come back and he can make that roll.
Sorry about that. Charisma.
Yeah.
Failed.
Okay.
I really failed.
Like
Not
20?
a critical.
Okay.
No, not that bad. 16, but I have a charisma of 7, so.
You guys are walking past this group. There's about 6 of them. As they seem to be talking to Alston, as he's trying to explain something to them, as he keeps hiccuping. And as you go to walk by, one of the apes takes his staff and kind of stops you, Zofan, and he peers down at you with his beady eyes. He's like, look familiar.
I have never seen you in my life.
You're a seafarer, aren't you?
I do travel over the seas. I can operate a craft. Have you heard of our leather armor? That with all the colors. Would you like some patches? Quick, show them the patches.
We've got many accoutrements here to accentuate and accent your various outfits. Yes, I seem to have a whole pack full of scraps of various bright and beautiful colors that anyone would find themselves very much loving to have.
So it would, of course, make sense that you'd find me familiar, because you would have heard of how great and stylish our wares are. As he gestures to his vest that's got all these patches kind of studded into.
Okay. I'll let one of you two make a charisma roll. I'll let you decide and add a plus to your charisma number, so you get a bonus.
I've got a 7. What do you
I
got?
got 14.
Okay, so
You
it's
should definitely do
so
that.
you can roll. It's technically a 16.
20 plus 2. Ooh, I did not roll good. I rolled 17. So minus 2 would be a 15, and that's still not good enough.
He looks at you. I'm interested in these patches. There's a stolen ship taken by pirates. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this?
Pirates, you say?
Yes.
These waters around here are very quiet. We only see mostly fishermen out going about their business, and no big ships really dock here at all. It's a very quiet little port.
And I've got to be honest, like, you coming here is probably the most exciting thing to happen this year.
I think there's more of you on your ship than there are people in this town, to tell you the truth.
So what do you know about
I'm sitting here thinking about my friends that are on this boat that they're probably looking for. Only my new friend is part of the group that took them.
He starts to survey the group. Slightly suspicious. He looks over at you, Basil. You know anything about these pirates? As he sees you're just kind of like hiding in the shadow of the church, of the shack.
Well, sir, I'm not rightly sure. I think I might.
Oh.
And I think they have my friends with them. Not against it's against my friend's will. I think they have my friends with them. We were a little bit outside of Eastport a day or two ago, and those pirates were coming onto shore, and they made a nuisance of themselves. And so the leaders and the mayor organized us all into a group to go and attack them and try to take the boat back. But lots of people died, and my friends were kept captive on there, I think. I escaped jumping overboard, and I came to around here. But I don't know much else about it. I sure would like it if you rescued my friends, though.
A second ape comes walking over as the first one pushes past Zofan to talk to you. So there's two of them standing right in front of you, and the one seems to be looking at the shack and the symbol of the centaur on there, and kind of like cocking his head like he's like, this isn't supposed to be here. He's like, so Eastport, huh?
A little bit outside of Eastport. Small little town.
He turns and yells at the other one who seems to be talking to Alston in speaking ape language. And the other one just kind of turns like, and then he yells something back at him in ape. And he said, okay. Thank you. That is very helpful.
Will you rescue my friends?
From these pirates? Of course we will.
That would be great. You make sure you tell them Basil sent you.
And as the other one turns, who's been talking to you, and the second one who came over is looking, and he kind of looks up. Again, he's looking at the centaur, and then he knocks on the door with his staff. There's no answer.
Are you a religious person?
All of us are. This symbol does not look like it's one to the ape ancestors. It looks like one of those outlawed religions.
Oh, I guess I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry.
Very religious myself, either, I must say. Wouldn't know an ape ancestor from an outlawed religion, to tell you the truth.
So you're saying you need to be educated on these things?
Do you have any pamphlets? I wouldn't mind a good read.
Is there a spiel that you give, a speech that explains it?
Right.
There's a labor camp I'm well aware of in Brookshire that would easily help you with this information.
We're talking about two different things. We don't need to do labor. Like, we do a lot of labor trying to live.
We're honest laborers in and of ourselves.
I'd be more looking for like maybe a little bit of reading material, something. As you can see, we don't really have a library, so it makes collection of knowledge harder to come by. And you guys don't come around. The Ape Empire doesn't come around here all that often. It's not like they've really shown much of an interest in spreading the good word of your spirits.
Maybe we should frequent this place more often. Sounds like there's a lot of unwashed here.
I had a wash yesterday, sir.
Not by choice.
There really aren't that many people here. We could probably just fly by without much notice. Maybe a dozen people or so live here, but I don't know you'd want to go spending all your resources on such a small number.
Do we know anything about their religion? At least the name of their gods or anything like that?
There is no really actual god. They just call it the ape ancestors.
Oh.
It's really not for anybody other than apes, but if you do worship it, that's fine. You're just kind of seen as like second class. It's better than, worshiping the outlawed gods.
I do know that I give praise and thanks every night at dinner to the ape ancestors, and I owe everything to them in my life.
Good. You can give me a charisma roll.
Oh God. Oh, I tied my charisma. I have an 8,
Nice.
and I rolled an 8.
He walks over to you. You see this one as he points to Basil. He is a good example. And then and he takes his staff and he knocks on the door again. You let this person know of the ancestors, and they need to change their ways. We've got other things to deal with. But if I come back and I find that this symbol is on this door, I'll take care of it. And he walks away.
Oh, we better tell her.
Good thinking, Basil. Yeah, we better let Deirdre know.
I had no idea. But we just met, so of course that I wouldn't. But it seemed like you were very truthful in letting him know that. So I'd be curious to see, and we have some time together as we all have to fly across these waters. So learning a little bit more about the dinner customs and the rites for these the ape ancestors.
Oh, sure. If we get time for it, we can do with that. I just, give thanks. Thank you, great ape ancestors. And yeah.
Zolfan's gonna look around and peer into the forest.
Oh yeah, sometimes you can see him, I suppose. He really knows nothing about it other than I was just really trying to keep your friend out of trouble, but don't say that too loud so that he don't eat you snake.
Well, when they clear out of port, we can head out.
Yeah,
And,
we'll have to row one out. I hope they find my friends.
Yeah, so they head up to the dock and get on their ship and begin to head out to sea.
He's somewhat sincere about that. Actually, he didn't want to see those people get taken away.
And Alston comes walking over and his, with his peg leg hitting the planks. I'll tell you, those that was a close one there. I'm surprised they even took your friend.
Well, you just have to thank the great ape ancestors.
Oh, they said something about I heard them talking. They said something about there's no way he could be a bloodskin wearing that, wearing tangerine straps, of course.
Hey, you hear that? That was a great disguise that we got for you. Good work, Desrat. I'll clap him on the back.
Yeah,
so were they looking for him?
Oh, they said that if he was a bloodskin, they would kill him on sight.
He's just a tangerine skin now.
Don't forget the cherry.
Yeah.
The candy apple red.
Yep.
Candy apple red and tangerine. We must be quite the sight here.
Yeah.
Yup.
All right. So,
I mean, yeah. Go on.
are you guys gonna head out on the boat, or are you gonna head back into the woods?
Well, we're just going to go to the woods to avoid the ape. So I guess we'll wait for them to get out of here and then go in the boat.
I mean, we don't even have to wait for them if they're leaving us alone. We can just get in the boat and leave, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get on the boat and leave before they think of something else to ask us about.
All right, this works.
So you guys all pile in the dinghy boat and start rowing. As Basil does his best to explain to Desrat to row back in the direction, I would assume, head back to Eastport.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you begin to row, you realize that the ape ship is headed in that direction.
Ooh.
Same direction we are.
Yeah.
Much faster.
Surely
than
they're.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I guess we just follow that boat.
So you guys are, rowing out and keeping the shore. You're not far from the shore, I would assume, because you don't want to get too far out in the ocean.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a wisdom roll.
All right.
Nice. I
One.
made that one.
Critical success.
Nice.
5. I made it.
All right. All of you spot what looks to be a body floating in the water. It's probably like 20 feet away. Basil, what you spot is the body, and then you see like a rope or something attached to it that goes all the way to the shore.
Uh-oh. Does it look to me like a trap?
Yes.
Guys, I think that's a trap. I think they're fishing for something.
Think it's bait, maybe? They're after
I
something
don't know.
big.
I wonder if it's the bloodskins.
Well, we better leave it alone and be on our way.
Give
But,
it a wide berth.
I'll keep
You said
keep a lookout. I'll keep a lookout over the for any sort of large sea creatures that may be lurking about below.
you said that it looks like a body, and the rope going to the shore. Does it look like somebody was trying to disguise the rope going to the shore?
They
That-
attempted to
that would-
conceal it. They used some kind of weights or something to keep it below the surface.
So it's only lucky that I spotted it, that it was like that.
Yeah,
So-
it might have been something to do with the one, I think.
Yeah.
Might have had something to do with it.
It might have. Yeah.
Maybe we should just give this a go way around this thing and pretend like it's not here.
All right. Oh, then you certainly have the wisdom about such things. Then, with all your hiding in shadows and such.
Well, it's either that or poke it with the stick and trigger the trap so nobody else triggers it.
I think we should leave it for our
I
friends.
think we should worry about our safety before we worry about the safety of others who might trigger it.
I
agree.
like the way you think. Let's go.
Right, Elvin, Desrat, let's keep on it.
A couple hours pass as you are continually rowing, and the ape ship is like gone now.
Oh, yeah.
The wind is blowing onto the shore. It is very cold as it's starting to get dark. Are you going to continue rowing or rest for the evening, or?
Go on shore.
There's 4 of us. I mean, can't we take turns rowing or
Let the other one sleep.
let the other one sleep? Yeah. Be kind of
I'd be
like
happy.
keeping watch.
Can we see a night sky? Or is it clouded over? Or
It's partly cloudy. You can see kind of the night sky.
could we
A little bit of
navigate by it? Like, yeah, just enough to see.
I can take
We
a shift.
we could do it. I can take a shift.
We can set up a
I
watch, and then during our watch, our watch that then instead of during our watch we just row.
Well, and it's winter too, so better to keep moving as much as you can.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know if I have winter clothes or not. Actually, I think I knew it was winter and did get something for winter.
Yeah.
No, I
There wasn't
didn't.
anything I could get.
So yeah, I guess we'll just keep rowing.
Keep rowing.
And I imagine that like when like at least Zophon is not rowing, like he'll try to like hunker down and to avoid the wind as much as possible. He does have a tent, which obviously we can't erect a tent on the boat, but the canvas of the tent would be somewhat weatherproof. So that could provide some sort of cover or shelter protection from the elements.
Yeah, that would be worthwhile for that.
Okay.
Cover up, and then yeah.
All right. So as Desrat and Basil, or who's rowing? Desrat and
I have 11 strength. I don't know if that's high for us or it's enough to be an average rower.
okay. Zofan, are you going to continue to watch and look out? And I'm sure Basil probably has fallen asleep.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, and I would Zophon would like jump in and take a row, give Desrat a break.
Okay. So as Zofan and Giles are continuing to row, and it's getting colder and dark, the wind is blowing. Desrat kind of sits there in the front as you have switched positions with him, and he's kind of nodding. You can see his head nod off, and he stands up. The boat all of a sudden comes to kind of like a stop, and you are caught in some kind of web. And as you can see, that it extends to the shore. And we will start with initiative. So how I do initiative is one person in the group will roll a d6, and I will roll a d6. And each time it happens, after every, and that's every round, and everybody gets a chance to roll. So usually pick the person who's got the best dex to start.
I have a +1 to dex.
Oh.
I think that's what I have too. I've got a 14 dex.
My dex is 10.
Okay.
All right. So I'll roll to start, and then Paul, you can go next, and then we'll go from there. I got a 5.
I got a 4. You're up first.
What do we? So we see there's a web. Is the web because it's dark? It's partly cloudy.
Yep.
Is the web? Is it like barely visible? Is it? What can we tell which direction it's coming from?
You realize it's somehow it's anchored out here in the water, but it's also all the way to the shore, and it's pretty thick because it has actually stopped the boat. And you can see like 2 dark figures on the web, you would assume would probably be some sort of spider, are moving towards your direction.
Does this wake us all up?
I'm rowing, so wait.
Give me a wisdom roll.
All right. I've been a little fire with wisdom tonight. Let's see. 4. I made it.
Yeah, some like the jarring of the boat and sort of your senses kind of, it's like you instantly sense, you get spidey sense. It's danger. Will Robinson.
And I can see a web.
Yeah, you can see the web. It's caught. The boat is caught in it.
That's what I was just thinking. Because I can't remember if I even have a melee weapon. I think I just have a dagger.
I have a dagger, and I have flaming oil.
I don't even know that I have a dagger.
You can buy oil that is already flaming, but it was in the inventory.
I'm going to try to light a torch. How windy is it? Is that reasonable to try to light a torch?
Yeah, I mean, there is a good wind, but I would give you an intelligence or wisdom roll to light the torch. Like you know.
How far away are the spiders from us? Do we know?
You can see the objects moving. They're probably 30 feet away.
So
they're going to be on us soon.
I was thinking of trying to get my oil out and lighting the web on fire, but if we only have one round, we're going to have to get ready to do it, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not much of a fighter.
So I'm a fighter, but
yeah,
I only got a dagger. I'm supposed to be a ranged fighter. I got 2 hit points. So
yeah. I'm not much of a fighter. I have 2 hit points too. But I'll try intelligence. I have an intelligence of 15. Hopefully I don't get a 20 like I did the last time I did that. 16. I didn't make it.
Yeah, it's the wind, and it's just you realize it'd be too hard. This wind is there's too stiff of a wind to light this thing. It might take you probably more time than you have right now.
Okay, so instead of trying to light the torch, I'm going to have to try to fight. Huh?
Oh,
All right.
the web is on the side of the boat.
Like your boat was, you're rowing and it ran right into it. So it's like pressed up against.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So
Does
we
it
went
seem
head
like
first into the web?
Does it seem like it's stuck? Like like the boat is stuck to the web?
yes, like it is not going any further.
Like, but it's also like does it seem like the web is really sticky, like reaching over and touching?
Yep.
So we don't have time to light it on fire because we'd have to get ready to do that. You got to fight them.
I'm going to make sure that the hobgoblin's awake before I try to shoot at him or anything like that.
Okay.
Desrat.
Okay, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he is awake. He has pulled his sword out because he was right at the front. So, and you see some of the web is like stuck to his arm and he's doing this. He pulls out his sword.
I've got a bow. I can try to shoot at him.
Well, I was just wondering if it was on the side where someone was rowing or if it was on the front. Then we're all kind of into it. So, because I would shoot with the bow too if I could.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you guys at least would all be able to do that.
Yeah, Zolfan's gonna also try to. Is gonna shoot with his crossbow. So.
All right.
Does a 9 hit?
What?
Does a 9 hit?
No, your arrow shoots and you can see it like it's now hanging in the web.
Okay, that's one arrow down.
Okay. Ooh, a 4 is not going to hit.
Ugh.
I shot and I got a nat 20.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you can see that.
what's the damage on is it D6?
For a crossbow, I think so. I don't think it's D8. So yeah, it's a D6.
Okay, so it's 6 damage plus another D6 roll.
It's a 5, so it's
Okay.
11 total.
11 damage. And give me a percentage die.
$61.
Okay, that is something. So I got to look up my the revised chart. I need 61. Okay. So you clearly you fire and you can hear like a squealing noise. And this black like object in the dark is just like flailing around.
Hey, that's a good shot, Sophia.
Thanks. I think I hit him right in the noggin. I hope.
Desrat,
sounds like you hit him good.
Desrat kind of stands up on the boat with the sword and is like waiting for for whatever's supposed to come your way. So you see the one object just kind of move it thrashing around, and then this black, now as you can see, this hairy looking 7-foot long spider come crawling down And since Desrat is right there, he will attack it. It will attack it. And that is 8 damage. And 15, that will hit him. So Desrat, you can see the spider just take a big chunk out of him. It bites him. And Dresdrap just drops his sword and just kind of falls right off the boat into the water.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Desrat! Oh no!
Do we think he's dead or paralyzed? Or can we tell?
I can't really tell.
Gonna drown. Dagger out.
All right. Let's see here. So it is the other one's flailing around. It's initiative for the second round. I rolled a 6.
Oh God. So I gotta roll a 6. Come on. I rolled a 1.
All right, let's see. We've got
What do you do with the tie?
You guys win time.
Okay.
We've got Zofan, Giles, Basil, and Giles. Okay, I'm gonna roll D6. 5 Giles, so it sees you
Uh-oh.
and decides to come after you. And as you can see, I rolled a 2. So
All right.
you see these teeth come out of this thing and just snaps at you, and it's like you're sprayed with some kind of liquid. It's just almost like covered, and it
Giles
hisses.
just moves back like the Matrix, just barely dodging out of the way, covered in this liquid.
You see the other one flailing around, and it's skittering back towards the shore.
We got him on the run.
Well,
You
that's
guys
good
are up.
news.
You get to go. We
Oh.
survived. So, time for dagger, I guess. Right in our face.
All right. Whoever wants to attack.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, I thought you were.
11.
I thought. Okay.
I don't think an 11 hits, but
Nope.
I got
I guess. Yeah, I'll try to like get a little bit of. Is it too short? Is it too close for me to use my crossbow?
I'll let you use it since you're kind of like. Well, it does it. I think it takes a round to reload.
Oh yeah, that's right. So then I'll draw my short and run up and like slash at it.
All right.
That is a 9, which will not hit.
All right. Basil, you can do it.
I glance over at Desrat. Is he floating or sinking?
He's floating.
He's floating. I'm going to try to use my bow from here.
Okay.
An 8.
You fire. There's another arrow lands in, hits the web and sticks in it.
That's 2 arrows gone. All right. I'll keep track of that, how many I lost, and change my character sheet at the end.
All right. Initiative. I rolled another 6. Uh-oh.
Come on, Jode. You
My
can
turn
do
now?
it. Yeah. Come on, eye roller.
6.
You're up.
Nice.
Right.
Jared has a hot-handed initiative.
Comes that sometimes. You had the hot hand the other night, though. That was ridiculous. All 5s and 6s. Here comes a dagger. 18. Oh.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Come on, D4. 4 damage. Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, it squeals. You
That'd be
stab it.
good. Take that, you bloker.
All right.
And Zofin is going to take another swing with his short sword. Another 9. Not using
So
that dice.
I will
next time.
remind everyone you do have a hustle point, action point, whatever we call it, to re-roll anything. Or so
I'm gonna re-roll.
if you do not use it, you survive, you get 100 XP. So
I'm gonna re-roll.
all right.
It's a 10, so that's also not gonna be good. Or 11, I guess, with modifier.
All right. It's
All
up to
right.
Basil. He's going to do it.
I'm going to try this again.
Finish it.
My arrow hit this time. I got a big bad 4.
Oh.
This one doesn't even caught in the net. You can hear it. It might. You think it hit some trees or something on the shoreline. So.
Oh my!
Giles has stabbed it. It's unsure. Maybe it's gonna reassess who it will attack. It goes to Zofan this time. Maybe he's an easier target. And I rolled a 4.
Nice.
So it does not do its 6 damage. It snaps at you, and again, you're sprayed with some kind of slime or whatever, and it smells awful.
Is it caustic?
No.
Okay.
So we roll initiative once again. And you can't see that roll, but I will show you. It is a 1.
Back to me.
Unless you use somebody who has a negative.
Well, are we gonna roll? I guess Desrat is disposed right now.
He's floating. He's assuming room outside temperature.
Okay. It's a 4.
You're up first. Spider in boat.
Spider in the boat.
Here we go. Oh, 5. Not going to do it.
All right.
I'm gonna take another swing.
Here comes the boom.
That's a 14.
That is a hit.
Woo!
And it's 6 damage.
Oof.
Nice. If I do not hit on my next one, I'm going to use my reroll.
All right. You cut into it, and more of the stuff comes out, and some slime and like fur land in the boat.
Let me see if I can put an arrow in it finally. Oh, come on now. 17.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
Ooh. For an arrow is D6. Come on, big numbers. 2. Oh, but do I get a bonus? No, dex bonus is just a hit, isn't it?
I thought it's damage too.
I get a +1 from dex.
Yes. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, you should.
Dex
you should.
modifiers, missiles +1.
Yep. So it's actually 3?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this guy will make a morale check because he's getting his buddy left and he's getting his ass kicked.
Actually, it says applied to attack rolls, but not damage rolls with ranged weapons.
Oh, okay. Well,
So two.
he still will make.
Oh
more
shucks. Yeah. But I finally hit something.
All right.
Great shot.
Right out there.
All right. So 7 or higher. It will retreat. Oh, there we go. A 10. So on its turn, it like kind of freezes and skitters up onto the to the web and starts to move away from you guys.
Nice.
Leaving drops of like whatever this blood is all over in the boat.
Icor.
Yeah.
Can we try to fish out Desrat and see if he's dead or alive, or is he just dead?
Yeah, you can fish him out of the water. Yeah.
I'm going to try to fish him out of the water and check and see if he's paralyzed or dead.
Okay. Yeah, he is not moving. He does not have a
Does he have a
pulse.
pulse? No. Uh-oh.
Poor Desrat.
Nobody knows. No
Zolfan's
CPR.
Zolfan's just gonna start hitting his chest to like try to, because I guess he's got average intelligence, so like he's gonna try to like see if like he can get him to breathe again. He's not gonna go so far as
Mouth to mouth.
touching mouths, but he has no problem trying to hit his chest and seeing if he can get him to spurt water out.
I mean, you've got a sailor background, right? You would be used to the idea of people drowning.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah, give me a wisdom roll. Or intelligence. I want you to do intelligence.
They're both 10s for me.
Okay.
I made it. That's a 2.
Okay, so you're familiar with this. He is, he is not drowning. I mean, he is. He sure looks dead.
Darn.
I mean, he sustained a real massive bite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got good news. He isn't around. But the bad news is he's no longer with us.
Oh, but that was our new best friend.
We've got a
Back down.
fine set of candy apple, red, and tangerine armor to sell, though, just slightly modified.
Yeah, loop the corpse, throw him overboard.
Gonna keep him?
I mean, why would we keep him? I mean, maybe there's a reward for it. We can claim that we killed him, Bloodskin.
We could go and bury him and give him the proper respect, I guess.
We should,
far
shouldn't we?
away from here. Far away from here. He was a good person.
He did fight for us, right?
To us. He saved your life.
So
we should give him the proper respect.
So as you're looking at his body that's sitting there and determining what you're doing, you realize the boat's still stuck in the web. And as you glance over at the shore, you see there's like 4 or 5 black dots that are a little bit further away that seem to be all together.
We need to cut ourselves
Time
loose.
to cut ourselves or burn the web.
Yeah, you would have enough time to burn that or cut the web.
Yeah.
I have flaming oil.
There we go.
Just for something like this.
All right. You burn the web away, and the boat begins to move again.
So
Keeping
can we see how
track of what
far?
I've used up so far.
Can we see how far out these webs go? Like, so we can start like trying to like go around them.
As you look, this is like the only one. As it burns away, you look behind you and you see that there's some kind of something sticking out of the water, maybe from like a shipwreck or something, and that's what they were using to string it across. But as you're going through his stuff, I would assume you would have grabbed the sword that he had.
Oh, I could use a sword if I got nothing but a dagger. Maybe I couldn't afford a sword at character creation.
Yeah, he had a short sword, and he's got 7 gold pieces on him, and an acorn.
And an acorn. Oh, she gave us all acorns, not just those 2?
Yeah, she gave you all acorns.
Well, I guess the acorn doesn't protect you from dying.
I guess not. Well, we also weren't in the forest. Not sure. I've never really paid much attention to Desiree, and was it?
Well,
oh no, it was Deirdre.
Deirdre.
Yeah.
Deirdre, yeah.
I never paid much.
We're gonna split up his gold then.
Of course.
Who gets the odd piece? There's 2 each and 1 odd.
Well,
I got 1 on me now.
We can shoot for it.
You can roll a d6 or d100, whoever gets the highest.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Yeah, right. Oh, we can roll a d100 and whoever gets the highest.
Yeah.
It's a 45.
39.
Oh, let's see here. I keep having to put the dice away because the cats jump up here and play with them. Let's see here. 75.
Ooh, all yours.
I get the extra gold. Yeah, I'm rich. An extra gold piece. So plus 3 gold.
I've already tripled me gold.
See, I told you that this would be a great adventure for making money.
With a short sword, and it
So
was
far, so good.
So far so good. We made it past, and now it's going to be a little harder to row.
Yeah, well,
the 3 of us.
It's it'll, I guess, just push it and do the best you can.
I wonder if spiders on the river at night is a common occurrence.
Not quite sure of that myself.
Makes me wonder if we should.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
Maybe we
take a break.
Take a break. Maybe we throw out an anchor and wait for the sun.
We got an anchor.
Do we have an anchor?
Would one of those boats have an anchor?
I don't know.
I know the rowboat would.
Yeah.
I know, like, even a small fishing boat, when I used to go out with my dad back when I was a kid, we'd have little anchors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if it was for fishing, maybe. But
So, you gonna ditch? Are you gonna sink his body, or are you gonna wait to bury him, or are you gonna?
I'm okay
I'm
with
in
the burial
favor
at
of
sea.
burying him, but yeah, I think the sea will just be as good for him as the earth.
From the sea we came to the sea we return. We can say some nice words and try to maybe use him as an anchor.
He did a pretty good job of floating.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
But for the whole
Don't
12
know how
hours
we
I knew
sink
him,
just
kind
throw
of
him out.
small. It could throw him into the webs. I mean, I guess that's not a really honorable burial.
I don't have a good way. I don't have anything to dig with. Does anybody even have a shovel? I mean,
No, I
burial
don't
at
have a
sea,
shovel,
maybe.
no.
Burial at sea may be the best thing that we can do for him. Bury him at sea. Say some kind words over him.
Well, could we just go to the shore and get some rocks? We have some rope. We could tie some rocks to him that we get and bury him at sea like that.
We could do
Yeah.
that. He's probably not stinking as bad as he's probably not quite at the level of Basil quite yet. So we probably have a little bit of time before it becomes unbearable.
We've got some time. Let's
let's
keep
do
an
that.
eye out, and we'll go and we'll bury him proper.
That sounds great.
So you row into shore and grab some rocks,
Yep.
and then you're gonna
Yeah.
row back out. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Sink him.
all right, and then you're going to continue rowing, or you're going to make an anchor and.
I guess we could get other rocks and use more of our rope to make an anchor if we wanted. If we want to take a
Yeah.
rest in the boat. Because
That might be a good
we
idea.
all got rope. I got 50 feet of rope, so
I do have
got,
rope.
Rope too. So yeah, let's affix some anchors. See if we could find like some stones that would be conducive for an anchor, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Takes a little bit of time since it's at night, and you're in a boat. But yeah, you're able to do that and make an anchor. And I assume you're gonna leave somebody on watch while the other two rest.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Who's first up on watch?
Zolfin can be on watch.
Charles will take the last watch.
Yeah, I'll take the one after it's open because I was sleeping when we got attacked.
Yeah, he'll get up early, I guess.
All right. So who has the last watch? Will be Giles.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, the wind will blow and push the water, and you'll get spray, and
Got the canvas from the
yeah,
hopefully to help with
get
that.
pelted with a little bit of rain, and then some little bit of snow, and it's cold. As Basil and Zolfin kind of drift off and sleep, you have a dream, and you're in the woods walking, and you're approached by a centaur. It's a woman that looks like it's got a horse's body with long, like brown hair, and just kind of like walking through the woods, just kind of looking and reaching up and like picking like these acorns off a tree. The tree itself is kind of like it shimmers and it kind of glows, and it's all sort of it's just this one tree, but it's like putting in a pouch. Giles kind of nodded off. Giles, you see the same image, but you can see the centaur eating them, and she just eats a couple, and then kind of looks in your direction, and then just kind of runs off and vanishes, and then you kind of come to and you wake up as the sun is like coming through the clouds hitting your face.
Bloody hell. I think I saw what Deirdre was talking about. Wonder if this acorn is tasty.
So we all had that same dream.
So I just am up early while they sleep.
Yeah, you all had it was very similar, yes.
Oh, you had the same dream I did?
I saw what Deirdre was the symbol in her church, and the acorns that she gave us. I cannot believe it. It was the most vivid thing I've ever seen in the longest time.
That's what I saw too, that it was putting the acorns in a pouch.
Seemed something like that.
We may want to keep these acorns close. They may be something
Maybe there's
after
more
all.
to them than she let on. Yeah.
Zolfin doesn't say anything. He just kind of, but he reaches into his pouch and he grabs one of the acorns and looks at it and then puts it back. We didn't even tell her. that the ape empire had made a threat against her church.
He was in such a rush to get out. We forgot to tell her. Oh no.
We're terrible people.
Well,
I will regret it till the end of my days.
Surely the tavern keeper heard and will tell her.
We
Well,
can only
if
hope.
there's anything about Deirdre, she knows the danger of practicing her religion within spitting distance of the ape empire. I am sure she's prepared, and there, of course, she'll hear news that the ape empire has visited whatever the name of our town is. And
Such a upstanding citizen.
I didn't write it down.
I don't think it was ever mentioned.
yeah. Whatever the name of.
We said something about mountains or something like that. We were in.
I'm sure
the mountain.
she'll hear it, especially as Alston tries to give her the necklace. So she'll, I'm sure, know what to do.
So you continue rowing down the shore.
Row your boat.
It's cold. It's almost like you're rowing against the current as it's pushing against you, and the rain is pelting you. Who is rowing and who is, I would assume, resting?
I guess we got a little two at a time then.
Giles was on the last watch when he woke up, so he's the one rowing on the last watch, and I guess it would start all over again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd imagine we just keep cycling in the same way because like we're not sleeping well. Like we're especially if there's spraying cold, like we'd probably just continue to operate in that fashion.
Well, if it's winter, like minuses.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm Canadian, so minuses for me are
not the same as for us.
No, not for you guys. No.
Zofan, and then Basil, then.
Yeah, you guys
Giles.
just keep rotating. You see, there's a couple fishing boats that you pass out here out in the ocean, and you begin to faintly see the town of Mid Mountain. No, I'm sorry, Eastport, and you see the ape ship docked, and so Zofan, it is your turn to like rest as the two others are rowing. And you kind of nod off. Again, you see the image.
Does the fawn appear to be? Does it appear to be not moving or dead?
Yeah,
or
it doesn't.
Yeah.
From your perspective, it doesn't look. When you see it, it just is laying there, and it does that. So give me a wisdom roll.
I made it.
Okay, you are just soundly sleeping. You see that image, and then wake right up. And pull open the tarp, as you can see Mid Mountain, you want to call it Mid Mountain, Eastport, and the Hobgoblin ship as you are headed into the docks.
I saw that centaur lady again in my dreams. I think these acorns have the ability to restore life. I wish.
Well,
no.
I wish we could have done that with Desrat.
And that's a good place to stop.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
That was fun.
That was fun. Poor Desrat. Did we keep his acorn?
I put it in the loot, though.
Yeah, so you got it.
Oh, no. And we sunk him to the bottom of the... Wow.
Well, you can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah. It is what it is.
What was the name of that the centaur god? Or religion?
Nashira.
Sure, yeah, I wasn't sure how to spell it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she is the spirit of the forest.
I think Zilfan and Giles will have plenty of people to sell gaudy leather armor to. This could be a turnaround for the guild here.
Mm-hmm.
Both guilds and our newest member. Well, I guess we lost a member, but we still got an extra member, so we're already 50% bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cortez Rat, may he never be forgotten. He was my hero. I can't believe the Hobgoblin saved my life.
All right, I'll have a good night.
Yep. Everybody take care and thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah,
Good night,
have a
everybody.
Good one.
All right.
Good night.